So we're going to dive into the overview of Microsoft Office 365, and I'm going to toss the screen back to Sanjay.
Okay, so Office 365 is where Microsoft has moved all their applications to the cloud. So you would be in the previous years, you would have the Office software installed on your computers, and you would open up the document. If you're working on Excel, whatever it is, you would be working on your local machines. But with Office 365, everything has moved into the cloud. So, and everything is tied up into your email account. So it's like a single sign-on. You sign on with your email account that is issued by Ag Center, and you would have access to everything that we have subscribed for you. So there are two features of Office 365. There is one that's called the desktop applications, and the other one is in the cloud. So I will show you um, the basic operation of how you can access all the software that you need at this time. So if you go to office.com and you sign in using the credentials that you were given, okay, so okay, let me move this window out of the way. So once you log in with your credentials, this is the page that you would see. Now, everything that you see on the screen, Outlook, OneDrive, Word, all of these are in the cloud. These are all apps that are in the cloud. So,
Sanjay, we don't see your screen.
Oh, you don't see my screen?
No.
No. Hold on.
I see
Sorry about
it.
that.
Who see it?
Linda, I see it.
You have to click on SUX in an IT screen.
No, Carolyn Robinson is sharing her screen. That's why we can't see Sanjay's screen.
Oh, that's what it is? Well, tell me how to unshare then. Stop sharing.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me.
That's it.
You see my screen now?
Yes,
Yes.
now we see it.
Stop share. Now I don't see anything.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if why Carolyn Robinson has a screen up. Okay, she's okay. Okay. All right, so everyone can see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So once you log in, you would be able to see all the applications that are provided to you. And the basic apps that you have is Outlook, which is used for your email. And there's a client version of it, which you can install on your desktop as well. And there's one that's in the cloud. OneDrive is where you save your files in the cloud. Probably people might have used Google Drive, and this is similar to that, which is OneDrive. And if whatever you save using your account in the cloud, you can access it from any computer or from any mobile device. So OneDrive is a file sharing app that you use in the cloud. And of course, everyone uses Word, Excel, PowerPoint. OneNote is a similar. It's something that you put your notes on. Like if you have certain tasks that you need to do in a certain day, you can put everything in OneNote, and it's like a sticky note that you can have on your computer. So that is OneNote, and SharePoint is more of Microsoft's version of it's a content management system. So every file that you save in OneDrive is actually connected through SharePoint. And SharePoint is something that we will probably get into in the future, where it'll help us with the workflow of documents. Say if someone has a document that needs to be signed and it has to go to the next person as part of a workflow, we can use SharePoint to customize the workflow. And it's a very elaborate and huge application, but we will get into that in the future. And Teams is currently the most popular app out there from Microsoft, and you probably saw it on TV in the commercials and everything. Microsoft Teams is the new collaboration tool. Everything is integrated into one tool wherein you can chat with your teammates. You can create your own groups, no matter even if they're from outside the Ag Center. You want somebody to collaborate and they don't have an Ag Center account, but they're with LSU or with on Gmail or anywhere else in the world. You want to put them in your team. You can create your own team, and you can collaborate with them, chat with them, video conference with them, share files on the fly. And I believe Chris is going to show more of this, or the features that are in Teams. And class notebook is something that the faculty probably would be interested in. Class notebook is exactly what it means. You can create a notebook for your class and you can share it with your students. Um, and I'm not sure if SUBR is going to provide any training on that. So, but that's out of my league. I, I really can't provide any more information about it. But notebook is something that they use for classrooms, where the faculty create their own notebooks and notes and provide it to the students. And okay, the next one is Sway. We don't need Sway, but Forms is something else that everybody would probably be interested in. Forms is another app that we can use for surveys, and Chris has already designed a survey for this training program, and that's been created using Forms. And one thing you all need to remember is it's a single sign-on. So once you sign in, you will have access to all these apps over the cloud, and also some of these apps can be installed on your computer. So
Yes.
the way you
Sanjay,
install
which one works with PDF?
with PDF, for PDF, Microsoft Edge, the browser that Microsoft already has. If you're on Windows 10, Microsoft has a browser called Edge, and that
Okay.
browser will enable you to open up PDF documents as well. Now, if you need to create PDF documents that are fillable, then you would have to have access to Adobe Professional,
Okay.
Acrobat Professional version, and it's been installed on most of the computers. But if you don't have that, we also have we're trying to get a free version of it at this time. So if we have access to that, we're going to send it out to everyone to install that app on their computer as well.
Okay.
Okay. And coming back to this, every person who has an Accenter account can install Microsoft Office on 5 devices. It could be 5 laptop computers, 5 desktop computers, or your tablets. We haven't. So you can do that by going to install Office, and then you have an option where it says Office 365 apps. Once you click that, it's going to download the setup. So you click that setup file and you say yes, and then you start once you put in your information, your credentials, you're going to have access to the full, and it's going to activate Office on your computer, and it's going to install the whole thing. Okay. So since my computer already has it installed, I'll show you the basic difference between the two. So say I want to access Outlook. If I go once I'm signed in and I click on Outlook, it is going to open Outlook in the cloud. And this is how it looks if it's in the cloud, which means it's going to access it through the browser. So everything is real time. So, and this is a client that's on my computer right now. So if you install the software on your computer, and this is how your Outlook is going to look. And at the same time, this is how Outlook is going to look in the cloud.
Minimize your screen and show that one.
Or which the Oh,
the
you
client.
couldn't see the cloud? Sorry, the
Right.
client? Okay, hold on, let me see. This is,
You probably have about 6 screens open.
yeah.
There you
Okay.
go.
Okay, so this is how the client would look. This is the Outlook client. So you can install this on your computer as well, and it's everything is straightforward. Once you open it and you put in your username and password, everything is going to be installed. It's going to walk through you through those steps that you can do. And um, so this is how Outlook is going to look as a client on your computer, and this is how Outlook is going to look in the cloud. So likewise, if I have to show you, I know everyone works on Word or Excel. So let me just open up a Word document, and if I click Word, this is how Word is going to look in the cloud. So you can create a document, and once you create a document and you save it, when you look here, new documents would be saved.
Excuse me, Sanjay.
Yes.
I am getting a couple of notes from individuals through text, and everybody's not hearing your conversation. Can
Okay.
you address that, please?
Chris, can you check on that, Chris?
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
If you can't hear in the notes, I posted the dial-in number with the meeting ID. Please dial in on your phone. If you can't hear through your computer, there's a dial-in number. It says One Tap Mobile. It's 312-6266-799. And please use the meeting ID 571-497-012. But it's in the Zoom group chat.
Thank you.
Okay. It's not Microsoft365.com. You would have to go to office.com.
I'm sorry, Sanjay, can you all hear me?
Yes.
I have Patricia Lee on the phone. She's not able to log on. Can you repeat that number, Lakeisha, for me so she can get it? I have my phone on her. She can hear. Patricia, right?
I'll contact her.
Who? Okay, somebody's gonna contact her. I think Chris.
And it's in the numbers in the chat as well, Ms. Robinson. If you scroll up the chat, you can see the number under my name.
If I go down to chat, I can see the number. But Chris is gonna call her, so he'll get her on.
Okay,
So
thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Does anyone else have problems hearing me or seeing the screen that I'm sharing right now?
It's fine.
Okay. So this is how you can access Office on your computers at home. So Microsoft Word, sorry. So if you can open up a new document, and then so even if you just and everything that you type in is automatically saved. And you can go back to, say, you can access your OneDrive. And the document that it just saved is right there. Any questions?
Yeah, Sanjay, on that OneDrive, when we save it, we just save it to OneDrive?
It'll be, if you're working in the cloud, it's going to be automatically saved into OneDrive.
Okay. Now, when will we be able to work in the cloud? Will we download this, what you're showing us?
See, this part you don't have to download. This can be done on the computer itself. Once you go to office.com and you log in with your credentials, you would have access to all of these apps.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Hey, Sanjay.
Yeah.
If I may, take it a step further. Why don't you show them how to access it via their email address from our website as a new tab?
Okay. You mean go into the cloud, get into Outlook and show it from there?
Go to our website from the beginning.
Okay. So we are at the SUAREC on the website, and
There
then you
you
go to
go.
faculty and staff. And if you scroll down, you can see email access Office 365. Once you click that, it's going to ask you for your username and password. Since I'm already logged in, this is where I'm in right now. So I'm in Outlook on the web, and I can access the same apps by clicking this, and I can go open up OneDrive. And it's going to show me the documents that I just saved. I can go back to my Outlook. I can click the same link. And if I have to open a PowerPoint, I can go and open PowerPoint. And I can create a new document, and I can save this document in the cloud and access it. And all you need to remember is that right here, it says that new presentations are saved to OneDrive. And you would be able to access this OneDrive from anywhere, from any other computer. You don't even have to have Office installed on it. You can just open and work with it.
Sanjay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I have all my file on OneDrive and I can have access to the old file, but any file that is on the desktop, I cannot have access to. So
Yeah.
how do we handle that?
The way OneDrive works is you can assign only certain folders that are synced up into the cloud. So if you have OneDrive installed on your Office computer and you have another file that was on your desktop, you won't be able to access that file in the desktop. It should have been in that OneDrive folder that's been synced. There are ways that you can sync every file, every folder on your computer, including the desktop, but that should have been set up before the first time that you try to do this. So what I think is on your computer, whichever one, wherever the file is you're trying to access, if it's on the desktop, that particular desktop folder is not synced up to OneDrive, so it's not available in the cloud. So the advice would be that you put all your working folders and files in one folder, and you link that up with your OneDrive account.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, so moving forward, once you get into this Office 365,
Sanjay,
yes,
is this true for Dropbox the same way? If
yes,
Dropbox,
Dropbox works the same way as OneDrive, but when it comes to Dropbox, there are limitations, and with OneDrive, I believe you can save up to 1 terabyte of information. I think it's 1 terabyte, I believe. So there's a lot of space that you can save on OneDrive, and it's amazing. It works very, very well. So this is everything. These are all the apps that you can access through your account. When Chris is going to talk about Microsoft Teams, he's also going to talk about how you can record your video conferences, and you can share those videos using Microsoft Stream. So that's another powerful app that we can use for our online, telecommuting work as well. I'm trying to see if there is anything else that we use. Yammer is pretty much like the Facebook of Teams, for Teams. It's a high. So I think that is, I think that's about it with Office 365 overview. If you have any specific questions, you can ask me at this time. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, with the amount of time that we have allocated for this training, as we said in the beginning, if you have any questions, technical questions at this time, email them to it@suaccenter.com, or you can start posting the questions within the chat, and one of us going to jump in and try to make give you some type of answer to that question.
Okay. If you don't have any questions with the overview of Office 365, I'll let Chris take over from here.
Okay, give me the screen back.
Okay.
Okay, as Sanjay is switching me back over now, what we're gonna do is jump into Microsoft Teams. As he showed you in the beginning, I'm gonna open up my screen now. Uh-oh. All right. This is Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is actually the application that we're going to focus on now, and that's dealing with it's a collaborative tool. And this is something that we've been hearing with this buzz since we have gone into teleworking.
Chris.
Sir.
Can you log out of that and log back in so they'll...
Say again?
I mean, can you log out of my Teams and then log back in? So, I mean, because you open up a screen and many...
Okay, let me do it this way.
Okay.
Can y'all see this screen?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're back in our email client. I think I already had it pre-set up.
Yes.
Okay, you go to your apps ribbon, just like Sanjay said previously, going to your Office apps. Then you would go to this little icon that says Teams. And we should be getting in a few seconds. And within Microsoft Teams, it actually gives you the ability to start collaborating with each other. What I mean by that is, for instance, we have all these different teams that's taking place now within the Ag Center. You have your different divisions such as research, that would be considered a team. Extension could be considered a team. Technology, the administrative team, for example. If you look at the screen that's before you, these are the several teams that I am currently holding membership with at this time. These are teams that, okay, I need to turn it on. These are teams that were created, and these are actually working teams that we have had, such as our IT team. This is how I get to communicate with my staff. This is something we've been doing for the last couple of months. We have emergency preparedness team. And as you can see, I have several teams. Within this application, you have these different ribbons here. You have an activity ribbon, which shows you that it gives you some type of an alert. Sanjay, why don't you send an alert to the communications team so we can see it pop up. You would actually have some kind of activity here, and it kind of like gives you a notification. It will show up in red, and it could be from any one of these teams. It's gonna pop up in your app. Your chat, under your chat, that means you can actually start talking to each other in private. So it's just like a little basic instant messaging per se. And this can take place amongst different teams as well. The next one is my actual teams itself. We said again, you have a thing called assignments. This would be something that can be presented to a class, and I don't think this is going to affect you too much because all of our faculty members, you're currently using Moodle, and you're going to be getting or obtaining more instructions on that. Probably today, the faculty is going to be receiving an email notice from the academic affairs for some Moodle training where they're getting ready to integrate Teams within Moodle. So that's something for you all to take advantage of also. We have our calendar ribbon, which means it connects to your Outlook calendar. As you can see, my calendar has been very full, very busy. So within Teams, it integrates within all of your applications, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, your calendar. Also, we can create a calendar alert or a new meeting right here, which is going to create that alert within your Teams. And it also sends that alert back to your calendar and it's saved as a calendar alert. You have a thing called files where it actually connects to your OneDrive. As you can see, I have many documents within my OneDrive. So if I'm working in a particular team and I need to pull a document right quick, I can go to my OneDrive storage or I can go to my team storage. And I'll show you that later once we get into a particular team itself. And then of course you have other ribbons where you can download other apps that would be a part of that particular team. For instance, within the communications team, we know that we have another app that's dedicated just to our team. If we needed to, I could add this Zoom app. It would appear as a part of my ribbon once I get ready to show you that particular team. All right, here, you can select many more apps that may be applicable to your particular team. So this is something that you can go back to and review and see how it can better serve you within your team. I mean, you have grade books, you have, sometimes we have Cisco meetings, like go-to meetings, anything that you would need, those teams are there. And there may be some that's not here that you can actually search within the search box right here. And it goes all the way to the internet, pulls those apps in, and then you integrate it. So also one added feature when you're logging in through the web, remember we're on the web now in Teams. You can download this app right here, which means it puts the application onto your computer, which means you now have real-time alerts coming in, and it means you don't have to actually log into Teams in order to start receiving your alerts or just communicating with your teams. And now we're gonna go into an actual app that I have already set up for Teams on my desktop. Okay, this is the actual application of Teams itself. You notice it has the same types of appearance as your web app and as your actual static app, which is on your desktop or your desktop app. Within Teams, I'll select the teams. Here are all my different teams again, right here. Communications. This is a working team that we currently have right now. Within a team that has already been created, and we're gonna create one on the fly, Sanjay and I. You have a thing called posts. This is where we are posting to each other within the team. For instance, I can start a new conversation on the bottom here. I can just start saying, hello team. What it's gonna do is gonna select and hit everybody that's in our team. That's the whole IT staff right now. Hopefully a couple of them that's going to reply back where you can actually see some interaction taking place. But while we're waiting on that, there we go. Sanjay just interacted with something. I can reply back and say thanks. And now it's just us two speaking because I replied directly under his command. Just he and I were speaking, okay? Also, if you go back at the top of the ribbon, you have a thing called files. Just like I showed you previously, you can access your team files. These are files that we actually have within our team folder itself, okay? That's just for this particular team. These are only files that I have shared thus far. Then we have Wicket, which is, sir?
I'm sorry, can you go back to files and show how you can upload files and share that kind of stuff?
Good, okay, thank you. Okay, so for instance, I want to upload a file. This is like you actually get ready to upload a file in OneDrive. You would go to upload. Well, let me take it back, Sanjay. I'm gonna do one better. We're gonna create new. Just think about your Windows directory. If you're trying to create a new folder, because you know I like to deal with file management. So we'll create a new folder. We'll just say demo. Okay. It pops it up and populates. So it's actually within the team now. I want to add a file within this demo folder. You notice it's blank now. We'll upload a file. I don't think I have any files on this computer. Let's see. Let me go to desktop. I'll just drop this for now. Okay, so what it does is gonna upload, and now it's within our team. So if Sandy, Lakeisha, Dexter, or DeAndre, if anyone of would open up their actual files folder, they would actually see this file right now. Or they would actually, go back to files. Hello. No, it doesn't know. Okay. General folder. Okay. Now it take you back to your actual directory itself. Okay. Any questions so far on this part? We're good? Okay. All right. Now, what we're going to do is create a new team. So we're going to go back to our teams directory right here, and we're going to create a brand new team. Now, this is something that anyone that's within our organization will have the ability to do. And I would recommend this to faculty or maybe our agents. You may have an agent that's working on a specialized project within throughout the state. And we'll just say food safety. It's a food safety committee that's headed by Dr. Fatima, and she's adding members to that team, okay? Or it can be urban forestry, and I'm just picking people because I'm actually looking at you all on the screen, all right? So we're gonna create a team, all right? Once you create your team, then you have different types of teams that you can select. Class, this would be more applicable to like your faculty. Professional learning, which would be something like just a general type of team. You may have some for staff like within your school system, or maybe something like a club, like the Urban Forestry Club. So we're gonna select the second one, professional learning community. Okay, here you're now getting ready to follow the different prompts, and we're going to develop a team. We're gonna call it demo. And we'll just say demo. And now over here where it says privacy, this could be a private team. That means it's members only. That means whoever creates the team is the administrator of the team, and it's only those folks that's going to be in that team. Or you can have a public team. So if we created a public team, we can invite everybody within our membership, and then you all can actually add folks within the team. I advise you not to do that at this time because of security reasons, okay? And then you don't want to open it up too much that if students are doing this, they can be putting in all kind of information within the team. So I would recommend, and I highly suggest, keep it private, okay?
Chris, can you create sub-teams?
Yes, you can. But we're not gonna get there yet. That may be another training.
Okay.
Okay, let's deal with just the teams, a particular team or a singular team. Okay, so we go here, and now it's getting ready to create the team. At this point, you're gonna add the membership now. Everybody in our organization can become a member. Also, we can actually invite people outside of our community. So i.e., we're working on a grant project and we have people in different institutions. And we'll just say that Dr. Patan is actually heading that grant writing committee. She can initiate the team and invite the folks or collaborators within that team. So I'm going to invite Sanjay. You notice his email automatically pops up because he's already a part of our membership. I'll add Lakeisha, and she's going to beat me up. Okay. DeAndre, I think he's in here, right? Dexter. And that's basically the technology team right now. Or if I wanted to add somebody from the outside. Now you notice it doesn't pop up, right? So you put in an actual email address, and this is actually my personal account. And then you notice it actually becomes a guest now. That means I'm outside the organization. So I'm now a guest. Then you select add. Add. So now it's actually becoming part of the membership. The membership is actually here. So now we're going to close it. And at this point, everyone that's a part of this brand new team now should have now received an email to join the team. And I think if Sanjay is not mistaken, he told me on yesterday, it should automatically add you to the team and you should receive an alert. So I'm going to see if I can receive some interaction to see if anybody has now joined and we can now take it to the next level.
Yeah, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I just received an email saying that you have added me to the demo team.
All right, they're coming in now. Lakeisha just jumped in. DeAndre's in. Okay. All right, so now we actually have a fully functional team at this point. We're already starting to collaborate. Okay. People are collaborating now.
So, Chris.
Sir.
Can you request to be part of a team?
Yes, you can request to become a part of a team, but you would have to send that alert to whoever's the administrator of that team. You can't just add yourself. Remember, I created the team as a private team. If it was a public team, then you could actually push yourself to become a part of the team. That's one of the security things that we are pushing. Keep it as secured as possible.
So, Chris, can you go into the teams on the left ribbon and show that you can only see the names of the teams that you're a member of? And these are pretty much every one of them are private. So as Dr. Cameron asked, you won't be able to request anything because you are not really a part of the team, and so you won't be able to see it in your account.
Okay.
Right. So unless it's like a public team, then you can go ahead and request.
Right. Okay. We're good. Any other questions so far? I know I've gone through it kind of quickly. Okay. Now, we're going to focus on the bottom part of your Teams app now. We dealt with the general part of it, where you can just do a simple post. You can add your files. You have a notebook where you can actually leave notes. And then your wiki, it's almost like a journal that you're keeping right here. Okay? Right here, you can actually start writing a document that can be added within the teams. We're not gonna go there yet. You can attach a file, just like a regular Word document. You can add emojis, which is little characters or a face. This is actually an image file that you can add, etc. Even sticky notes. So if you just wanted to have a little side note for someone. Then this is what we're going to focus on. This little portion here. With the day and age that we're in now dealing with COVID-19, we have to maintain this new executive order that states that we have to work from a distance, correct? So that means our agents may want to have a meeting somewhere. Or I'll say Dr. Patin wants to hold a meeting, and we know our agents can't travel to Baton Rouge because the governor just said, do not be on the streets. Try to stay input in your own homes. What we have discovered with Teams, with it being such a collaborative tool, we can have Dr. Patin or Miss Angie, and I'm just speaking out of turn now, create a team for extension, all extension, okay? And I see somebody just added me to a team, if you look at the top here, okay? And within that team, you can schedule meetings, working meetings. You can have a web conference meeting such as this, where you're not utilizing the tool that we're utilizing at this time called Zoom. Teams has its own video conferencing capabilities, okay? So I'm gonna schedule a quick conferencing meeting with Sanjay and or the whole team. And hopefully this will work with 2 systems, okay? So we're gonna schedule now. I'm gonna say demo meeting. My camera is on. This is why you can see my picture. So that's a good thing. We're gonna say meet now. Okay. Now, where the part it says people, this is now we can invite folks within our meeting. Dexter. Sanjay's in, DeAndre's in, Leticia. Turn your mics off.
Okay.
Okay, everybody else on the outside, y'all just mute your mic. Okay, as you can see, we actually have feedback that's taking place now. We have virtually opened up a whole nother conference right now within our application of Teams. See? Teams is its own app where it's doing its own collaborative work at this time. Within here, hello, Lakeisha.
Morning.
Okay, I'm the host sitting here. We have 2 folks that is joined in already. I see we have a conversation that's getting ready to take place. And DeAndre is actually chatting with me. Okay, so we literally now can have a meeting at this point. So if I have a meeting that's taking place and I want to share the agenda with the team itself, I can select the share screen such as what you did within Zoom, where you can share your screen. Same technology, just a different vendor. That's all it is. So I'm going to share my screen and what video I want. Okay, so now we've actually shared our screen with everyone that's within that team. Can everyone see this? Y'all see the web screen, the accent screen?
Yes.
Yes. Very good. Outstanding. So in saying that, we're running 2 conferences right now. So I'm meeting with my team and I'm gonna say, okay, you all, we need to update our website, make some changes. We'll go through the site, okay? And we just navigating just like normal. So if I was in my meeting face-to-face at the conference table and we had the big projection screen on,
Chris, Chris,
Yeah.
mute your mic on Teams. Mute your mic in Teams.
Let me pull it. That'll work. All right. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so now we can actually do our own collaborative tool now. And my folks are actually looking at what's taking place. Also, you notice you don't see the screen within this screen, but whoever is in on this conference is actually looking at this screen. Understand? No?
Come again with that one, Mr. Rogers, please.
Okay. We're in our conference within Zoom. I mean, within Microsoft Teams. I shared my screen. After I shared my screen, I started navigating through whatever I had on my computer. And I'm actually sharing like maybe the agenda or sharing maybe like whatever we're talking about or whatever we're meeting on. It can be to the point that we are working on a document, but we're using conferencing to work on our particular document together. And you actually getting instructions on what's taking place. So like if I was showing a demo of this screen right here, okay? I'm actually navigating through this within the conference where they can see it. Okay? All right. Let's go back here.
I know they're gonna crash.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna end that particular conference.
Those go crashing.
Okay. Now we're back to our Teams app. Okay. So we're at the point now that you've actually had a chance to take a look at the app itself, how to create an actual team, even to the point that you can actually do a simple conferencing through this one app. We're using one platform that's giving you everything. Earlier, for those who just now may be joining in, Sandra gave us an overview on Microsoft Office 365. Which he said it consisted of Outlook, Word, PowerPoint, OneDrive, Excel, Teams, and Forms, which is something you're going to be receiving later on like a survey. This application gives you the ability to work from anywhere in the world. The key is you must use your assigned email address, which in this instance, it would be your SUAREC Center email address. Or if you're a faculty member and you have an SUBR email address, you have the same capabilities right now, where you can use Office 365 from an SUBR account, which is technically going to be integrated into Microsoft Moodles. These are all collaborative tools that's going to help you still work from a remote environment. Okay, do we have any questions thus far? Anyone?
Chris.
Sir?
Hey, Chris, do you want to talk about how you can control the other computer using Teams? You know that?
Go ahead.
No, we need to be in a meeting on figure out where
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yes. Yes. Okay. Let's see. We have to open up the conference. No, share the screen, right? I'm trying to find it now. You see it?
Okay, let me go to, hold on.
I'm sorry, I forgot about that, Sandy. We actually discovered that if we had to provide a little small tech support during this time, that we could actually remote into your computer utilizing Teams. So this is something that we're actually playing with, but it's gonna actually be something that's gonna help all of us as well. We may have to go back to that one later, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, do we have any other questions? You're free to speak. Hello?
Yes, Dr. Patel was asking if this will be available afterwards. We are recording this conversation, so you should be able to see this online. Chris, maybe we can just forward the link.
Yeah.
To
We'll share the link in the email. I encourage you all to go to our website. Again, www.suaccenter.com. All of the apps and everything that we have presented to you today, you can access it from your email by going to SUAREC email, select Outlook, and it's logging in. I think I still logged in. And it takes you basically back into your emails and your different apps. As a refresher, here are some training resources. Everything that we've talked about today is actual individual videos that takes you step by step on each one of these things. These are free videos, okay? Even on OneDrive. How to start it, how to manage your files, just like Sanjay was talking about, how do you share and sync your files. This takes you straight step by step. Okay. Uh-oh. Stuff. All right, Outlook, and then also joining Zoom. Well, apparently we don't need this anymore because everyone that's a part of this training utilize Zoom. And I'm proud to say that we have 75 participants that has been in this training. I think everyone needs to give themselves a hand because I think this was a very good meeting.